It is Monday night, so you know what that means. The Sunday Night League. The Sunday Night League. This is round 8 of the Formula X Championship, and we are at Blue Moon Speedway for the craziest race of the season. Now, we had an insane race at round 7 at Tokyo, and that was eventually won by, spoilers, Matt Psycho, who took it in the final couple of laps. This race has traditionally been absolutely bonkers, and we expect more of the same. So I hope you've got your hot cocoa ready. It's a Monday, it's September, the nights are drawing in, it's getting dark, but we will keep you warm and entertained here at the Sunday Night League. Now, the championship standings going into round number 8 are as follows. In the lead is Matt Psycho for Williams with 122 points. Second is CSL Wolfbane for McLaren with 104 points. Third is Daz for McLaren with 93 points. Fourth is Supra for Ferrari with 84 points. Unfortunately, Supra could not make it to this race and has been replaced by GT87 Tiger. Fantastic piece of camera work there by GT Sport. There he is in the Ferrari. Then we have got Cthulhu, who is in the Red Bull with 80 points. In 6th place is Jam for Alpine with 79 points. Then 7th place is Digital Blasphemy for Mercedes with 68 points. 8th place is Guesty with 60 points, and this is a rare race this season. Guesty is not being super guest, although Alexis Maximus was unable to attend. We hope everything is okay, Alexis, with you. 9th place is Paleschi for Ferrari with 52 points. Then in 10th place is Jacques Jajar for Williams with 51 points. 11th, Alexis Maximus Mercedes, 45 points. 12th, Noxie for Aston Martin with 43 points. 13th is GT Racer for Red Bull with 38 points. 14th is GT87 Cinemod for Alpine with 32 points. 15th is Pat S96 for Aston Martin with 16 points. Then we have Jim for Williams with 3 points. Bunnies, Aston Martin with 3 points. Digweed, Red Bull with 2 points. And Dawes, 0 points for Alpine. The team championship, let's look at that. After 7 rounds, McLaren lead with 177 points. Williams have 164 points. Ferrari 129 points. Mercedes 119 points. Red Bull in 5th with 117 points. Alpine 6th with 114 points, and Aston Martin in 7th with 71 points. This is round 8, which means it is a token spend race. So after this race, the tokens will be spent. So good evening, Wolfbane, good evening, Matt Psycho and family, all ready in the bath to watch this race. So we've got Bunnies in pole position. Due to the last 3 race results, he is in pole. 2nd is GT Racer. 3rd is Noxie. 4th is Digital Blasphemy. 5th is Jacques Jajar. 6th is Paleschi. 7th is Tiger. 8th is Cinemod. 9th is Cthulhu. 10th is Jam. 11th is Daz. 12th is Wolfbane, and 13th is Matt Psycho, the championship leader. Good evening, Mama Sykes, as well. So we've got a full house waiting for us to watch this race. I hope you're all comfortable. This is going to be amazing. Let's get to Bunnies at the front. You've heard enough of me rambling. A quick point, the tyres for this race. So Michelin are on the super softs and the mediums, and Bridgestone are on the softs and the mediums. Both tyre compounds must be used by each team using that manufacturer. So you can see Bunnies has got Michelin's on his Aston Martin. So without further ado, let's get this race underway here at Blue Moon Bay. The plane has gone over. And Bunnies will lead us off, so this is a rolling start. And away we go. Nice and calm. We won't blow our load too early. It's 100 laps. This is the longest race in Formula X. Just under 200 miles. And Bunnies is away. It's a nice clean start by Bunnies. You can see the Aston Martins at the front of the field. First and third as we go into turn 1. Let's make sure everyone gets through there nicely. It looks like we have got through okay. Yes, everybody is through. Wolfbane a little bit behind actually. And we'll go back to the front of the pack. So the first few laps around here, it's all about staying in the slipstream. So we can see Noxie there. He's got Digital having a look at the inside already actually. Paleshi in 6th on the outside. Oh, a little bit of touch actually. And Jacques Chajard has to take avoiding action, gets himself up into 5th. We've got the 2 Ferraris side by side, 6th and 7th. Tiger starting mid-pack, randomly drawn that position. It's his debut race in Formula X, subbing for Supra. He's a Supra previous winner in Formula X. So Noxie down into 7th in the Aston Martin. Then I believe we've got a little bit of a gap here. Cinnamod, Daz, Cthulhu and Jam are all together. Wolfbane and Matt Psycho have had a bit of a drop somewhere. Don't know what has happened there. Wolfbane saying goodbye sweet slipstream as we see the front of the pack and Digital Blasphemy takes the lead from Mercedes. It's got GT Racer in 2nd place, just following him along. Jacques Chajard's had a great start in this race. He's up to 3rd place already for Williams. GT Racer takes the lead. So taking the lead on lap number 3. Jacques Chajard 2nd. Paleshi is up in 3rd place. Digital now down to 4th. Bunny's in 5th and 6th place is Tiger. So this top 6 covered so closely. So Matt is saying, keep me in the game, Wolf, and Wolfbane lost the slipstream in turn 1 as we see the cars coming through, and then we see the pack following. So we've got 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th is Jam falling back a bit actually. Noxie has fallen down to 11th place, and Wolfbane struggling to keep a slipstream. He's lost the slipstream already, and up the front we've got Jacques Chajard in the Williams. You see fighting going on at the back. It's going to be tricky keeping and what's Paleshi doing? No, that's okay. I thought Paleshi was having a bit of a ghost moment there. Bunnies runs wide though in turn 1. Turn 1 is incredibly tricky as we now see the rest of the pack at the back catch on to the top 6. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So we've got a group of top 10 racing, and we've got Jam there in the Alpine in 10th place. So Tiger leads. He's leading a Ferrari 1-2. Gazman will be happy to see this. His Ferraris are 1st and 2nd. Can they hold on for the next 95 laps? Bunnies is in 3rd for Pat at Aston Martin, who Pat did pick Bunnies to replace him for the rest of the season, and Bunnies doing a great job there in 3rd. Then Jacques Chajard 4th, Digital Blasphemy is 5th, and then we've got the 2 Red Bulls now together, 6th and 7th. Cthulhu up the inside of his teammate? No. He's staying just a little bit further back. Let's try and get on board. Who shall we go on board with? Let's go on board with Daz. He's in the middle of this pack. Let's have a look. So here we are. We are in the middle of the pack. We're in 9th. Look at this go. So we've got an Alpine of Cinnamod up the inside. Turn 1, it's incredibly tricky. Down into 6th gear. Flat out on the exit. Giving Noxie. There's Jam all of a sudden overtaking us. So we're now down into 10th place. Riding on board with Daz. Look at the cars in front. We can see the leaders, the 2 Ferraris. Jam is on our outside. We're just up the inside. And we're having a look at Cthulhu as well. Yes, we are. A little bit of a touch there between Cthulhu and ourselves as we get ourselves up now into 8th place. And there you go, that's a little bit of what it's like at this track, and we can see Tiger is leading the race though. Great debut start. leading the race. He's got Paleshi second, his teammate, a previous winner, and a different helmet on Paleshi as well. That looks a bit Schumacher-esque. A bit when he did the test in 2007, maybe, for Ferrari. You'll have to get back to me there, Paleshi, because that's not your Jensen Button helmet. Third place is Jacques Rougeau. Fourth is Digital. Fifth is Cinemod. Sixth is Bunnies. Having a great start to this race. He's up in sixth place. He started in first position, so he's up there in the pack. We'll go through medium tyres on Bunnies. Let's maybe have a look then and see what everybody is doing on their tyres. So first place is Tiger with mediums. Second is Plashy on the softs. Super softs are on Jacques Rougeau. Mediums are on Digital. Cinemod has got himself up into fifth place on the mediums. Very good. Quiet little rise actually there by Cinemod. Sixth place is Bunnies on the mediums. Seventh place is Daz on softs. Eighth is Jam on the mediums. Ninth is Cthulhu on the mediums. 10th is GT Racer falling back actually from his teammate. And then we have now Wolfbane in 11th on the softs. Super softs from Matt Psycho and Noxie in 13th on the supers. So not having a great start, Noxie's got to the back of this pack here, but he's with them and hoping that they can make the catch to the rest of the field. They've got GT Racer as somebody to challenge. Gaz has picked a good time to join the stream. You have Gaz. We've got Paleshi and Tiger leading the pack. We've got Digital Blasphemy looking up the inside. Does he take the lead into turn one as we go into lap number 11? No, he stays in second place. The Mercedes driver up there. But we have got... How many drivers have we got here? Paleshi goes low down on the track. We've got 10? No, we've got 9 drivers in this front pack. Let's go on board with SNL Jam. He's at the back of this pack, so here we go. This is the onboard shot. So we've got Cthulhu, defending champion, in front of us, and then a whole gaggle of cars. It's just a wall of cars as we go down this start-finish straight, and you can see Jacques Rougeau just having a poor exit. Oh, and then Bunnies cuts up the outside, so Jam cannot do much. He backs off, and Bunnies has gone backwards. Bunnies has gone backwards, a little bit of a touch possibly with the wall. Jacques Rougeau is in 8th now, so Jam goes up into 7th. Paleshi is still in the lead with Tiger following. Daz in the McLaren has got himself up into 3rd place now. He is being followed by Cinemod, and Digital Blasphemy is in 5th in that Mercedes. This top 8 group now is incredibly tight. Oh, is Jacques Rougeau just falling off the back of this pack? Possibly. We've got somebody is off in the background. What has happened there? Let's have a look at that, please. Something has happened here. So lap number 12, going through the corner. Oh, no! Oh, GT Racer. He tried an ambitious move on Noxie, and they're both spun. Great to see GT Racer waiting for Noxie, but they've lost so much time now on the leaders. Palashi's actually pulled out a little bit of a gap to Tiger. So Tiger has found himself 2nd place behind his teammate. He's got Cinemod, GT87 teammate, in other categories. That does remind me. So, SNL Racing, we have got an endurance race coming up. And it's a 2-hour endurance race, but it's a team endurance race. So you and a teammate can enter that race, and it's at Blue Moon Speedway, but it's the infields A section. You're in Group 3 cars, and the 2 times for your team are what you get as your final result. So I do know that GT87 Tiger and GT87 Cinemod have entered in the Team 87 group. So, oh, Paleshi gets a little bit of attack there from Tiger, and Cinemod actually gets past. So we've got Cinemod now in 2nd place. He was in a great position at Tokyo last time out. Finished 2nd in the race. Paleshi now 3rd. Daz in 4th, who's on an amazing run of podium finishes on the road. He only had the Nordschleife podium taken off in post-race, but he's definitely on a great run of form. He's got Digital Blasphemy behind him. Jam is in 5th. We've now got a group of 6 at the front though. Cthulhu 6th, 7th Just dropping back is Jacques Chajard. 8th is Bunnies. 9th is Wolfbane. He's got Matt Psycho in 10th, still behind him. Paleshi is 11th. What's happened to Paleshi? What has happened to Paleshi? Oh, Paleshi's had a massive spin. Let's have a look at this. So in 3rd place is Paleshi. Comes through turn 1. Oh, touches the back of Cinnamon and just, hits the apron of the infield, and that puts him down into 8th place, 9th now, so he's lost a lot of time. It's easily done. So our top 9 becomes 6. Oh, Cthulhu 6th, Jam in 5th, 4th is Daz. Oh, a little bit wide there by Jam, touching the back of Daz, getting a bump draft, as we see Digital Blasphemy now going for the lead, sets the fastest lap at that point. As Tiger is in first. We've lost somebody in the race. We've lost Noxie on lap 16, it looks like. So Noxie looks like he's disappeared from the race. Obviously not happy with something. Matt Psycho still following Wolfbane, trying to get themselves back in this race after a poor start, really. Bunny's in 8th. But back at the front, we've got Tiger, and he's got a train of cars behind him. They're all there. There's a gap now to Jacques Chajard, though, 7th. So we've got a top 6 racing in this pack. Now, fuel-wise, where is everybody? So Tiger's got less fuel than Digital, but about the same as Cinnamod, Daz, Cthulhu, and Jam. So actually, Digital is probably the guy looking best for fuel right now. So going through the final corner, turn 3, it's flat out, 199 on the exit, 200, well over 200 miles an hour now. The train of cars, as Cthulhu has a little cheeky look. Can he get up? He's got Jam on his outside. Cthulhu, can he get? He gets himself up into 4th place. He's got Daz on his outside, and he's got Digital in front. Let's go on board with Cthulhu. So we've got Cthulhu now. Oh, there's touching going on, I think, between Daz and Cthulhu. So we're in 4th place now. We've got Tiger in front in the Ferrari, with Cinnamod in 2nd for Alpine, and 3rd place is Blasphemy in the Mercedes. And we've got a nice slipstream, 210 miles an hour easily for the Red Bull drivers. We go down, drop it down into 6th, get a very good exit actually, and get ourselves up into 3rd place. But Blasphemy is still there. If we go off board, we'll be able to see him there. So Cthulhu has very little choice but to go back in the slipstream. But Daz has now overtaken him. Daz is up into 4th place, a little touch again. Jam is now into 5th. He's passed Cthulhu, and he's looking at the inside of Daz. No, so lose space on the exit for Cthulhu, as everybody crosses the line pretty much together. So Cinnamon in 2nd, 3rd is Daz, 4th is Digital Blasphemy, 5th is Cthulhu, 6th is Jam. They're all together as Daz set the fastest lap and is now leading the race. The McLaren driver now leads. He's got Tiger right behind him though. So this top group of cars, they're pulling away from the rest of the field now. Got Cinnamod now behind his teammate. Cinnamod's dropped a little bit actually. And we've got a big fight as well going on. So Wolfbane's up into 7th. He's pulled Matt Psycho along into 8th place. So we can see everybody there. We've got Bunnies in 9th. We've got 10th place is Jacques Chajard falling down. It is incredibly close racing, Mona Sykes. So we've got Daz leading, 2nd is Tiger, Cthulhu is 3rd. A little gap now to Jam, who's fallen back a bit, and his teammate Cinnamod is in 5th. Can the Alpines work together to get themselves back into this pack? It is critical to have a slipstream buddy. The top 3 though are pulling away on lap 21. Tiger, he's been leading this race for ever so long. He sets his personal best lap of a 1:36.4. So Cthulhu also 1:36.4, 36.5 for Daz, so a little bit slower. He was leading during the lap though, so it would be a little bit slower as Daz is now tucked up in the slipstream. So they're aiming probably for lap 25 for these cars. Lap 25 would be good for them. Tiger is in second. Third is Cthulhu. Fourth is Jam. And there we can see the Alpines now working together to push themselves back into the pack. You need a slipstream buddy. You need your teammate with you, preferably. So Mika will be watching this as an Alpine team principal, watching her boys, trying to get themselves back into this front pack. Digital has dropped down to 6th, so he's lost contact with the top few drivers. 40.0 on lap 21 will not have helped. Wolfbane is there in 7th place. Matt in 8th is keeping himself with Wolfbane. He's also got Bunnies in 9th, so Bunnies is in 9th place, following Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho running a little bit wider, maybe wanting Bunnies to... Oh, there's a touch between Bunnies and Jacques Chachard. Jacques Chachard all the way on the inside of the apron. Is he having a look up the inside? No, he got tucked back in. And then Paleshi, you can see in the background, in 11th. But here are the top runners. So have those Alpines caught up? Yes, they have. Look, Jam is back onto the pack, so he's made it a 4. He'll bring Cinnamod as well. Cinnamod will catch up as they go through the final corner. Jam goes up into 3rd place. He runs a little bit wide, and they're all in. They're all in on lap 24. Everybody's in. Medium tyres. Everybody's in. Lap 24. So that is very early for these cars. 24 is too early to make this a 3-stop race, a 4-stint race. So Digital leads, but everybody's caught up with him. Wolfbane is in 2nd place, but Wolfbane will have to pit this lap. Matt Psycho might not have to. Bunnies will definitely have to pit, and so might Jacques Chachard. Paleshi is now in 6th. Let's have a look. So everybody else is in the pit lane. So let's have Digital Blasphemy leads for Mercedes. The tyres on Blasphemy aren't as good, and here we go. So Blasphemy is in, Wolfbane's in, Bunnies is in, but Matt Psycho is leading, and he's got his teammate following him. So the 2 Williams drivers are now leading this race. They're off kilter with everybody else. So what do? They haven't got a slipstream. So if you don't have a slipstream during this part of the race, you can actually find you lose time. So let's have a look. GT Racer coming into the pits as well. So let's see who comes through. So Cthulhu now leads the pack that were in the front of this race. He's got Tiger right behind him. Daz in 5th. Then Jam and Cinnamod in those Alpines. Oh, there's a big hit there. Wow. We did well to keep Tiger and Cthulhu. Daz gets himself up into 4th, and then we've got the 2 Williams drivers that are in the pits. So Matt Psycho in the pits for Williams, the championship leader. He was leading this race. They're on super soft tyres. Rear tyre, right rear, not looking too bad actually. But coming through the final corner comes Tiger in his Ferrari. Brand new set of soft tyres for him. Cthulhu has got a set of softs. So has Daz. So has Cinnamod. And so has Jam. So all of these drivers actually at the front of this race are all on the Bridgestone tyre. Interestingly enough. Is there an advantage? A few little touches going on between Cinnamod and Cthulhu as we go through the final corner. This top 5. Oh, there's a touch again. Tiger having to make an adjustment. Daz is going up wide, so Cinnamod will possibly pass him to get 2nd. He does. He's then got Jam right behind him, giving him a little push as the Ferrari... Oh, and Daz decides he wants that line. So Jam has to go up the inside, backs out a little bit, I think, and lives to fight another day. The top 5 are absolutely flying in this race. So we're on lap 28 of 100. We've got Cinnamod there in the Alpine in 2nd place in the number 11 car. Daz in 3rd for number 51. Then we got Jam in 4th place. 5th is Cthulhu. Let's go on board with Cthulhu. Do like following the car at the back of the pack. So he's got Jam on his outside as we go down. He's past Jam, and will he have a dive up the inside of Daz and everybody else? This would be a brave move. He does. What an audacious move by Cthulhu. He gets himself into 2nd place now, making sure everybody else knew where he was. And then we've got Jam having a look up the inside. So Jam looking up the inside of this corner, keeping low, gets himself into 2nd place as Jam. Oh, little touch on the entry of the corner with Cthulhu. So Tiger now leads from Jam, from Daz, from Cinnamod, from Cthulhu. Let's go back to the pack. So we've got Digital in 6th place on his own. Then we've got Matt Psycho in 7th, who's got Bunnies in 8th. 9th is Jack Jajar. Oh no, 9th is now Wolfbane, who's got past Jack Jajar. And then we've got Jack Jajar, Paleshi, and GT Racer, who's on his own. Just in front of the top 5. So this top 5, looking into lap 30, we've got 70 laps to go, including the lap they're just about to start. As they all go across the line, still nose to tail. So we saw they made it to lap 24. So right now, they're not on pace to do this race without having to stop again. So they've got to do something clever in this sector of the race, because they can't do what they did in the first sector, because they'll run out of fuel on lap 48. Can they pull themselves back into it? Cthulhu and Daz leads. So Daz, Cthulhu, Tiger and Cinnamod. I got confused because look who is ahead. We've got GT Racer, who's in 12th place. He's about to get lapped. Oh, fantastic to see. And we see, is that Tiger just having a sneaky little toe? So GT Racer keeps out of it, as we have the top 5 now past GT Racer. Second is Cthulhu, and third is Tiger. Tiger is there, and then we've got Cinnamod and Jam in those Alpines, just stalking at the back. Jam now into 4th in the middle of the pack, really. Just keeping themselves at the front, and we've got a catch, I believe, at the back. So we've got Digital Blasphemy now in 6th. 7th is Matt Psycho. 8th is Bunnies. Let's go on board with the championship leader, Matt Psycho, into turn 1. So let's see what his exit is like. He's got a nice little exit, and he's got Digital, gives him a bump draft. He's got Bunnies behind. Will Bunnies give him a bump draft? This is how close the racing is. So you get in a pack, and then you have to work together and just hope. Oh, little touch though from Bunnies, making Matt a little bit wiggly. Coming out of going into turn 3, as we have the top 5, they're nose to tail. As Cthulhu now takes the lead. Oh, little hit, possibly from Cinnamod, as they all try and avoid each other. Jam is now into 3rd place. 4th is Tiger. So a little gap has appeared, actually. So Cthulhu and Cinnamod have got a gap. Jam in 3rd. He'll be hoping to make the gap back up. Cinnamod goes wide though, so Cinnamod lets Cthulhu have the line, and then they're all back together again. So little gaps appear, and then it's up to you as a driver to try and make sure that those gaps do not extend. Daz in a little bit of trouble here, but Tiger runs a bit wide, so actually allows the gap to be closed again. So again, the top 5, here they are: a Red Bull, Alpine, Ferrari, McLaren. Daz in a little bit of trouble, actually. He's holding himself. Look at that from Tiger, actually. He was going very wide through the corner, and lap 35 now. So starting to get sort of to the halfway point of the stint, you can see the fuel. So the fuel in all of these cars. So the Alpines have a little bit less fuel than Cthulhu and Tiger. Daz has a little bit more than Tiger, so everybody is there. And Jam in 2nd place. Is he having a look at taking the lead possibly here? He's got Tiger up his inside. Jam takes the lead. We've got Tiger though takes the lead off Jam. Oh, Jam goes wide. Little touch. And then Cinnamod, his teammate, up the inside of him as well. So Tiger takes the lead. Matt Psycho is now in 6th place. He's got ahead of Digital Blasphemy. I wonder if he wants to be there or if he wants Digital to help him. Maybe they're all trying to work together. We've got Bunnies in 8th. We've got Jack Jajar all over turn 3, with Wolfbane following him in 10th place. Wolfbane has not made much progress in comparison to his teammate, who is up there in the top 5. Wolfbane is in 10th place. It shows how important that slipstream is, because if you lose it, you are on your own. Paleshi, who we saw earlier in the race, is now down in 11th. He's on his own. He has nobody to tow with. GT Racer on his own as well, doing 37 sevens. So not far off the pace of the leaders. Well, I say that. 36.6 by Cinnamod, so a great time there. So they're all 36s this lap. So Jam just getting passed by Cthulhu. Little touch there with Cthulhu. They're all okay though. Cthulhu is still there. So Cthulhu now in 4th, and actually Daz gets past Cthulhu. So they're all still there, all fighting. We've got Cinnamod leading again, so he's leading a race again. It's not the first time he's done that in Formula X. He did that round Tokyo. Tiger, in his first race, it's his first chance at a win, and he's fighting with these Alpines. And we've got Daz then in 4th and 5th. So the 2 Alpines are up there. Mika must be looking at this thinking, well, this is looking great for Alpine right now. Not a fantastic season for the French outfit. They're down in 6th place in the Teams Championship, but a great result here could propel them further up the championship standings. Tiger in 2nd. 3rd place is Daz, who's now got Cthulhu up his inside. So 5th place is Jam. Cthulhu is still there though for Daz to have a look at. So 6th place is Matt still with Digital following, and Bunny's in 8th. Let's keep with this front group though. This is the front of the race. Top 5 positions covered by less than a second. It's Cthulhu, the sparks fly as these Formula X cars hit the bumps. And Cinnamod is overtaken by Tiger again, so Tiger decides he will take the lead again, with Cinnamod there in 2nd, with Daz looking up that inside. The inside line into turn 1 is not the place you want to be. Now Daz tucks himself back into the pack. Jam possibly gave him a bit of space because Cthulhu gets past Jam, but Jam is okay. He's in 5th place in his Alpine. So number 7 car staying there in 5th. Tiger leads though. He's showing everybody what to do. You just turn up. You just turn up in Formula X. Come out. Take the lead. Job's a good one. Cinnamon also in his 3rd race. Oh, Daz just having a little touch there. Cinnamon in his 4th race of the season. Having a great campaign. 2nd at the last race. Daz is in 3rd, having his best season in Formula X, it has to be said. He is on an absolute roll in that McLaren. He's the team principal there, and he's showing a change in identity back into the Gulf colours from the Marlboro red and white. Has done McLaren no end of good. So we've got Cthulhu looking up the inside, but Daz is now looking at the inside of Tiger and Cinnamod. Will he go for a cheeky look at the lead? No, he tucks back in again. So turn 1, nobody risking it in turn 1. They're all just keeping themselves nice and clean. We've got Jam there in 5th, having a look at Cthulhu, having a look at the inside, moving himself up the field a little bit, deciding I'll have a little bit of a play with you guys up front. But Tiger, no, he backs off. So Tiger leads still. Digital Blasphemy has got past Matt Psycho. So we've got these groups appearing. So we've got Digital Blasphemy, Matt Psycho and Bunnies. And we've got GT Racer just moving out the way on the inside there. Great to see from GT Racer. His race, he knows, after the contact with Noxu. In fact, it's nearly a lap down on the whole field because we've got Jacques Jajar and Wolfbane. And then Paleshi is there or thereabouts. He just can't catch up. He's just stuck in no man's land sometimes. With no slipstream, you're stuck in no man's land as the 2 Alpines just show each other the wall there. On lap 44, they're going to lap 45. Was Cthulhu flashing possibly? No, I think that may have been just a trick of the light. So Cthulhu, ooh, always scares me when they come out of that. He is flashing, in fact. Is he maybe saying to Tiger, hurry up, or I want a bit of the lead? I don't know what that means. He is flashing Tiger though, so Tiger is leading. Jam in 3rd place. Is Jam having a look at the lead right now? It's a long way to go still. There's still 55 laps to go. including the one they are on. So Cthulhu has a better exit actually coming out of turn 1. And then we've got Jam having a look at the inside of Cthulhu. So they all look to fight. The Alpines go very low. And Jam, they're all together. Jam up into second place. Oh, a little touch with Cthulhu. They're all fighting all of a sudden. So what is going on now? They've all decided, you know what? We want to get a point for fastest lap maybe. They're running lower on fuel. So Jam is actually one of the lowest ones on fuel looking at this. In fact, Cinnamon is in trouble with his fuel. He's got the red light flashing as they all are holding each other up now. Are they all trying to fuel save? Is this where it gets a bit scrappy between the leaders? Tiger takes the lead back off Daz. Cinnamod, though, in 5th place. His light is flashing. Jams is flashing as well in the Alpine. Our Alpine in trouble with their fuel. Tiger leads though. He is flashing with fuel. So is Cthulhu. Jam is low on fuel. Daz is in 4th. 5th place though is Cinnamod. Cinnamod's fuel is on the line. Let's go on board with Cinnamod. Let's see what he's doing in the cockpit. Does he go in the pits? Somebody's very low there. That's Cthulhu, I think. Very low. No, so we've gone another lap. Look, there's nothing left on Cinnamod. Oh, Daz just gets a bit of Cthulhu right in the face. And no, that's it. Cinnamod's fuel is out. Apologies if you are having picture difficulties. I don't know what that is for. But disaster for Alpine. Cinnamod has run out of fuel. Jam has run out of fuel as he enters the pits. Wow. Lap 49. So Alpine did 25 laps for Jam, but Cinnamod really having a disaster. And Tiger now has got a gap to Cthulhu and Daz. Hopefully you can still see me on your YouTubes, because this race has now all of a sudden started to change. We've got Digital then 4th with Matt Psycho 5th and Bunny's in 6th. It's all good now, says Matt Psycho in the comments. I wonder what was going on before, but there we go. Daz had no fuel left. Tiger has got 1%. Everybody is very low on fuel. Everybody's in. Everybody is in on this lap. So where is Jam and where is Cinnamod? Cinnamod is a long way off his teammate. So they've lost the Alpine of Cinnamod. So where will Jam come out in comparison to the cars that he was racing with? Apologies for the footage. So Tiger comes out. Tiger leads. He's still got that gap to Cthulhu and Daz. And Jam is a bit further behind, but he's got the slipstream of Daz. So Digital jumps up into 5th. 6th place is Matt Psycho. 7th is Bunnies. 8th is Cinnamod. So Cinnamod's fuel, he's gone from fighting for the lead. He's now down in 8th place. Wolfbane in 9th. 10th is Jacques Jajar. 11th is Paleshi. And 12th is GT Racer. So Tiger has got a huge lead in the context of this race. He's got Cthulhu in 2nd. 3rd is Daz. 4th is Jam. But Jam has got the slipstream of Daz. So can he use Daz to help catch up? In fact, he's going up the inside of Daz. He feels like he's got a better run. Daz lets him have it. So Daz lets him have it. So let's see how they go, because Tiger has got a huge lead. Can he pull away? This is the furthest we've seen anybody in the lead of any Formula X race here. He's got a nice gap, and he's got Cthulhu in 2nd. 3rd is Jam with Daz right there. So maybe the 3 cars behind can now work together to catch Tiger up. Oh, Jam was a little bit bit high coming out of turn 1. Digital high as well. Matt Psycho up there with Bunnies in 7th, Cinnamod 8th, 9th is Wolfbane, 10th is Jacques Chachar, and 11th Paleshi. Paleshi losing a little bit of time now. Just on his own. You can't do anything on your own. It really is about having that slipstream. So Tiger still leads, but now look. They've all caught up Cthulhu. So Jam and Daz and Cthulhu, can they work together to get themselves into a position to get themselves back onto Tiger? So Cthulhu has got Jam pushing him along, and then Jam has got Daz just behind him. So these three have to work together now to get that gap down. So 37.6 for Tiger on the last lap, followed by 37.7, and then we go 37.2 by the cars working together. So they're half a second quicker than Tiger, and that's what having slipstream buddies is like. You gain half a second, which around a track that is only 37 seconds long is huge. Digital on his own, look, at 37.7, and there's Bunnies and Matt Psycho. They're doing 37.1, so they're working 36.8 in fact by Matt Psycho, so they're working together really well. And Cinnamod is in 8th on his own. 37.3s though on his own aren't bad at all. Tiger though is going to be looking, because these cars are starting to do 37.2s together. They're working hard, trying to get themselves back in this race to catch Tiger, who was just running away. He was just running away, but he's in the 37.6s on his own. And now Cthulhu's made the catch. So we've got a lead group of 4 again. So you see how important the slipstream and working together is when racing here. So how many laps was that? 3 laps they closed the gap down? 6 laps maybe? Lap 50? Lap 51 to lap 57. And all of a sudden the gap is 0 again. Tiger is on his own. But Tiger will be thinking, well, we'll go into the next section of laps and the next stint, and I wonder what you'll do. Because Jam has the least amount of fuel of these guys again, so we know the Alpine is very thirsty compared to the others. Now we've got everything running. Hopefully everything is working. Hopefully the channel is still up. Apologies everybody for this. What is happening here? I think we're okay. All good? That's okay. Thank you very much. Apologies, we seem to be having issues with the stream tonight. So Tiger is leading now with SNL Jam in 2nd place. So back up there for Alpine. Back on the medium tyres as well, actually, SNL Jam. Wolfbane saying it's fine for him. That's okay. I was just looking at my screen and it went blank. So I panicked a little bit as I saw I had a little sad emoji face looking at me, or YouTube face. Daz in 4th place then. Sticking in 4th, he's quite happy to stick there actually. I wonder if Daz is saving fuel whilst he's there. Because we've got Tiger leading. And we've got Jam and Cthulhu just next to each other. Jam going a little bit higher, letting Cthulhu have the inside line. We've got Bunnies up in 5th place now, so Digital Blasphemy has dropped back a little bit. He's now down into 7th place. We've got Matt Psycho in 6th and Bunnies in 5th. So the Aston Martin driver really showing a great turn of form here. In 5th place, he's got the championship leader behind him. So we're on lap 60, as the leaders now are on lap 61. So 40 laps left of this race. Tiger leading for Ferrari. Gaz will still be happy. He's got one car up there, still leading this race. Tiger is showing what it is like to be a super sub right now, leading this race. Got SNL Jam in second place, and he's got Cthulhu and Daz right behind. So the top 4 now. So we've had this group. Initially it was a group of 10, then it became 9, then we became 6, then 5, and now 4. What can they do? Can they pull themselves further away? The gap to Bunnies, let's have a look. Bunnies is halfway down the straight. So you look at the top graph, the circuit map, you can see they're entering turn 2 as Bunnies and Matt Psycho have exited turn 1. So quite a big gap now for this race. This top 4, they're working well together, they're keeping each other fast. They're doing 136s now, so they're really pushing as Bunnies and Matt Psycho. What have they done? 136s as well, so everybody's really in the 136s. Digital on his own though, so dropping further back. Look, 37.7s, so, and a 37.2 for Cinnamod. So Cinnamod, I think, will start to catch Blasphemy. Wolfbane on his own now as well. So he's dropped Jacques Jajar. So he's got nobody to work with. It becomes incredibly hard as the top 4 cross the line now. Lap 64. 40 minutes into this race. Lap 64 of the race. Tiger leads from SNL Jam, who's now moved himself up further. We saw him earlier in the race. He's staying sort of at the back of the pack, but now moving himself further forward, possibly tactically. Put himself up there. He's got Cthulhu just having a look on the inside. Let's have a look. Let's go on board with Daz, who is just behind the top 3. So Daz going into turn 1. Just a little bit lift possibly from Cthulhu. So we're down into 6th. Power out of there, running down the back straight. You can see Tiger leading, SNL Jam in second, third is Cthulhu. We're actually falling back. Have we lost the slipstream? Has Daz lost the slipstream? As we've got Jam and they're all fighting. No, we've caught back, look. We've got a nice gap there, a nice buffer there. Cthulhu takes the lead now, and we're now on the back of SNL Jam. So there's me getting excited, thinking we've lost the slipstream, but actually we're back in the group of 4. The Alpine driver up ahead of us. Cthulhu running a little bit wide there. Jam deciding on who he's going with. So he's going with Tiger, he feels, as he jumps into second place. Let's go off board for Daz. So Daz is there in 4th. Let's just have a quick look. Bunnies and Matt Psycho, they are there. Matt Psycho is in the Caravan of Love. He is being pulled along now by Bunnies. He's just hoping that he could get a good result here. It's going to be damage limitation, I think, for the Williams driver and the championship leader. Although his big title contender, Wolfbane, is down in 9th place. Daz is in 4th, and he can put himself in a great position if he has a fantastic result here. If he can win this race, he puts himself really into title contention, I would have said, with his consistency. Tiger leads though. Jam up there in second. He's had an unlucky season. We saw that at Tokyo with a couple of spins that really were just racing incidents. Cthulhu in for the defending champion. His championship defence maybe hasn't gone the way he would have hoped. He has had some podiums though. He had best result of some second places this season. So it's not gone terribly wrong. It just hasn't had the wins like he did last season. But the top 4, they're all there. They've all got just over a quarter of fuel. But Jam again has the least. Jam again has the least. We've got Bunnies in 5th. 6th place Matt Psycho. So they're on roughly about the same as Jam. Then everybody else has got a lot more fuel than Jam. So Jam might be trying to save fuel. He's stuck behind Tiger, so I wonder if he's just thinking, we'll stay here, we'll keep out of the way, although I say that, he has a little look up the inside of Tiger. But nothing doing. 8th place, Cinnamod. So Cinnamod ran out of fuel. As simple as that. He ran out of fuel and dropped back. He's in 8th place. 9th is Wolfbane. 10th is Paleshi, who's got himself past Jacques Jajar. So Jacques Jajar must have had a bad lap at some point. Oh, it's hard to tell really looking at his lap times. Maybe they've been together a lot more than I have realised. I've been looking at the front a bit more. And then we've got GT Racer, who's getting a blue flag now. Because the leaders... No, the leaders aren't catching him. That must have been Wolfbane in the McLaren that we saw. Because Tiger is coming out of turn number 3. So as I say, Blue Moon Bay Speedway. This venue will be hosting our 2-hour event. And that is a teams event. Driving Group 3 cars around the infield A section. So there's a sign up on Discord if you wish to be involved. We've got 4 teams so far signed up. I'm sure plenty more will sign up. It is on the 10th and 17th of October. So Cthulhu up the inside of Tiger. Sorry, up the inside of Jam. Tiger now leading from the Red Bull driver with Jam in 3rd. So they're still doing the 36s. Daz a little bit further back though, but he's not too concerned. I think he's just saving fuel sat there, because he's got more than Jam. He's got about the same as Cthulhu. He's got a little bit more than Tiger, so we're getting into the last quarter of this race. What can they do? Wolfbane saying, I love infield day, the other layouts are stressful. Interesting use of ellipses, Wolfbane, in your text there. But we've got Cthulhu in 2nd place, so he's looking good right now. He's a little bit wide actually going into turn number 2. A few little bashes. Jam tucks back in. He's on those medium tyres, so is he going longer than he went last time? I suspect he is trying to. The same with Daz, they're all trying to get these tyres just to take them safely. Oh, and we can see Bunnies is flashing red with fuel. So how long does he have left? Possibly 2 laps? Tiger leading, Cthulhu, and Jam is there. So Jam is there in 3rd place. So starts flashing with fuel. So he's up in 3rd place with Tiger, who's got plenty of fuel. Cthulhu's huge amount of fuel. He's having a lot of fun there. Daz in 4th. So in lap 75, Bunnies and Matt Psycho, they're going round again. Cinnamod, he's got himself past Digital Blasphemy now. So Digital Blasphemy is dropping backwards a little bit. So where would the catch have been? It possibly was lap 71. Between Cinnamod and Digital. Back at the front, we have Tiger and we have Cthulhu. So Jam feigning a move down. So going into the lap 76. So all of these guys now have managed to get their fuel to last a lot longer. Bunnies is in 5th place and pits. He's followed by Matt Psycho, 2% and 3% left. We've got Tiger in 1st. We've got Cthulhu 2nd. Jam in 3rd. His fuel is very low. Cthulhu is there. Jam on the outside of Cthulhu. Jam stays out. Jam stays out and he's got nothing left. And he's looking up the inside of Cthulhu. No, he stays his line. He stays his line, but that fuel is... that's completely out for Jam. And he's... it's run out of fuel. The Alpine has run out of fuel. He's done exactly what his teammate has done. The Alpine has nothing left as it cruises down. Matt Psycho gets past, and the top three now pit. And Tiger had nothing left in his tank. Jam is down the field. The car's passing him. Oh, he gets help. Possibly there by Cinnamon, who helps him into the pit lane. Jam, just disaster for Alpine. Jam is in the pits, but that's his race over, surely. As we have Matt Psycho in 5th place. Coming round now. Bunnies is in 5th. Cthulhu takes the lead. He's got the jump on Daz and Tiger. And then we have Paleshi up there as well. Jam is still in the pits. What a disaster for Alpine. Both cars having a similar issue. I know Jam after the race commented that the car suddenly lost fuel. Had 2 laps of fuel left and then just decided to have no fuel left at all. So now we've got Cthulhu, who's held up maybe a little bit by his teammate, because oh, this is confusing. So we've got Cthulhu, who has got Paleshi right behind him. So Paleshi is in 2nd place now. So Cthulhu has Paleshi there. 2nd is Daz, 3rd is Tiger. So Cthulhu's got a car between him and his opponents, but Paleshi is there. Now, Paleshi will know what this is like. Last season, he was taken out by a car that he had lapped whilst leading this race. So he's going to have to try and keep out of this, because Daz has now passed him. And he's got his teammate, Tiger, in 3rd place. So we've got 2 Ferraris up here, but one of them is a lap down. So Paleshi goes behind. So Paleshi probably now will stay there. Okay, so Cthulhu leads the top 3 now. So what did we have? We had 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, and now what? Oh, wow! Daz! How on earth did Daz keep hold of that? Can we go back and see that from on board of Paleshi? Let's see that. So watch Daz in the Gulf-coloured McLaren. They just touch, and there's slight slide. It looked less dramatic actually from Paleshi, the outboard, showing a better view of that. So Cthulhu in the lead. Tiger is in 2nd. 3rd is Daz. Paleshi is still there though. If I was Paleshi, I would be backing out of this. I don't want to be involved in the top fight. I know his teammate is there though. Tiger leading this race. Now Daz is there. Daz is leading. So the top 3 and Paleshi. Let's have a look at the rest of the field. Bunnies is in 4th. 5th is Matt Psycho. 6th is Digital Blasphemy. 7th is Cinnamod with Jam. So that is where Jam has fallen out. He's fallen down to 8th place with his teammate Cinnamod. So both the Alpines working with each other, trying to catch up to Digital Blasphemy. But the fight is at the front with Tiger, Cthulhu and Daz. They have got 18 laps left of this race. 19, should I say. Including the one they're on, although we're nearly at the end. Daz having a look at the inside of Tiger. Tiger now, will he be starting to think about this win? We've not been talking about the win because this race is so long, and Tiger actually getting a little bit of a bump from his teammate. So Paleshi helping out his teammate where he can. He is there on pace with them. So we saw him earlier in the race. He was with these guys. Daz getting a bit of a slide coming out of turn 1. It's Tiger in 2nd place. Cthulhu falling back a bit. And then we have Paleshi in 11th. He's there. He's around. So the race is on. Tiger just getting a little bit of a tap there from Daz. So they go 3 abreast. Going down the main straight. Cthulhu now takes the lead. And have we got In 9th and 10th, we've got Wolfbane and we've got Jacques Jajar. Jacques Jajar hitting the wall a little bit. Then we've got Tiger and Daz. So you can maybe see what Paleshi is doing. Paleshi is using the front leaders to help him get up to 10th place. And Jacques Jajar and Wolfbane. So interesting. Paleshi is there, trying to just stay on the coattails. He's trying to keep... So flashing lights of Tiger. He's flashing the guards ahead. Oh, Paleshi. Little bit scary there from Paleshi. He's ahead of Daz. He got a bit of a run, I think, on the 2 cars in front of him. So we've now got a battle for the podium. So these 3, barring anything going wrong, will be going on the podium. It's just what order they will finish in, because Tiger looking for his first win in Formula X on his debut. Cthulhu looking for his first big slide from Cthulhu. Medium tyres, where is Paleshi going? So Paleshi should back out. He does back out. But Daz in 2nd. He's looking for his first win in Formula X. His teammate has won already from McLaren this season. And Daz is looking up the inside. Daz looking up the inside of Tiger. He takes the lead. So he takes the lead from Tiger and GT Racer Cthulhu. And look at this. If we go and look at the front pack, so we've got Wolfbane in 9th and Jacques Jajar lets everybody pass, but he's let Paleshi by, so that's worked well for Paleshi. And Paleshi using the toe, so Wolfbane has given the place up, but Paleshi now has snuck himself up into 9th place. He's used the front runners as his toe to get himself into 9th. So Tiger there, 2nd is Cthulhu, 3rd is Daz. So we have got a huge battle going on. We've then got 4th and 5th Bunnies and Matt Psycho. They've been together for so long. And then we've got the Alpines. The Alpines are now attacking. They're attacking Digital Blasphemy as Cinnamon gets up the inside of Digital Blasphemy. Digital Blasphemy is in an Alpine sandwich. Jam trying to recover his race, but at the front we've got Tiger, Daz and Cthulhu. Cthulhu has got Paleshi up his inside though. Paleshi needs to back out of it. Where does he go? He does. He backs out of it massively. And he sacrifices his position to Wolfbane. So Paleshi backed out. He got himself into a troublesome position, actually. And has quit. Okay. Interesting. Don't know what happened there. So Daz now leading. So let's get back with Daz. So I don't know what happened there with Paleshi. Made it to lap number 88 though, so he will get points for his finish. He'll be classified. Very strange. So Tiger in 2nd place. 3rd is Cthulhu. And 4th is Bunnies with Matt Psycho right behind him, tucked up behind. So we go into the next corner. Will be corner 3. The final turn as we go in. Then we've got 10 laps to go here at Blue Moon Bay. 10 laps to go of the 100. Place your bets. Who do you think? We've got Tiger in 2nd place. We've got Cthulhu 3rd. But Daz is leading as Cthulhu now gets himself into 2nd place with Tiger in 3rd. And now we have got Wolfbane just stalking. He's just looking there, using the toe, hoping that the toe can help him possibly maybe get fastest lap or push him towards 8th, although it's a long way down to 8th place. As we see Jam and Cinnamod are in 6th and 7th. In fact, Jam has just got past his teammate. So go through. And Digital Blasphemy actually follows Wolfbane saying from here on in, I thought I could win this. So he's in the top. He's in the second McLaren, you can see. So the second Gulf liveried McLaren, but he's a lap down. So Wolfbane, normally a podium contender, definitely in Formula X, not definitely a winning contender as well, but he's a lap down on these top three, and Daz actually has fallen back a little bit, so might need the help of his teammate to get himself at the front, because Tiger now leads. We are ticking down the laps, so we have not got long left of this race. Tiger leads, Cthulhu's second, Daz is in third, Bunny's fourth, fifth is Matt Psycho, sixth is SNL Jam. He's got the... He's been chased down by Blasphemy and Cinnamod, so they're still so close together, all these cars. Some bad luck in this race. Some strategic faults. But it's coming down now to Tiger, Cthulhu and Daz. Daz sitting, watching his opponents. Fuel-wise, Tiger actually has the best fuel. He's been leading them out for a while now. He's got the best fuel. He's on the soft tyres. So Cthulhu using the medium tyres. The tyres around here not particularly critical. It's just the wear. The grip levels are about the same. As we come now, we've got 5 and a bit laps to go. The popcorn is out for Wolfbane. He's got the popcorn ready. Let's go on board with Daz. In fact, let's go on board with Wolfbane. Is he close enough? No, he's not close enough. He's falling back a little bit. So let's go on board with Daz. Here we go. We're coming out of the final corner. We're on board with third place in the championship. He's got the current champion in front, and he's got the debutant Tiger in the Ferrari. As we go, 5 laps to go into turn 1. Where do we lift? We lift very late because it's the last few laps. He's got a good run now on Cthulhu. Cthulhu defends his line now. We'll start seeing cars defending the line. So before, everybody was friends. Everybody were friends, and now this is where the elbows come out. Apologies if there are other things happening around the track, but this is the... Oh, touch from Cthulhu and Tiger. That means Daz has a nice run. He's going to bump draft Tiger. So Tiger gets through to the first place again, but Daz gets himself into second place. We are counting down the laps. 4 to go at this race, and Daz is looking up the inside. Cheeky little look. Won't be wanting to go too early, but he won't want to show his hand either. As I said earlier on, I had to interrupt myself. All alliances are now off. They are just going for the win. Daz going up the inside. Tiger saying, no, you are not having it. Daz takes the lead going into lap number 98 of the 100. Daz takes the lead for McLaren. Tiger now has to attack Daz. Here we go. This is where the fight happened. So Tiger going round the outside. No, up the inside. No, holding the line is Daz, but the fuel is flashing. So could this be critical? Because Tiger has more fuel than those that he's fighting. Oh, there's big touch. Tiger into lap number 99. Here comes Daz up the outside. He's defending against Tiger. They're both not wanting to give this up. They're side by side through turn 1, which is easier said than done. Tiger is in second though. Daz leads. Come on, Daz, says Thingy. Nice to see you, Thingy, watching this race. Here comes Daz. Tiger second. Through turn for it to big touches again. Huge touches. Daz is really defending hard. Tiger takes the lead going into the final corner as they enter lap 100, the final lap of this Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Here is Daz, second place. Cthulhu in third, maybe just holding back because I think the battle now for the win is between Tiger and Daz. Daz looking, defending hard. This Tiger, you can see now the last lap. They're defending that inside line. Do not want a car to be on your inside. But going up high is Daz. He's using the momentum. Can he dive down? Looking up into the last corner. No, Daz cannot get that inside line. So Tiger has the inside line as they come through the final corner. It's going to be. It is. Tiger wins from Daz and Cthulhu. Wow. Debut winner, Tiger. Bunnies holding off Matt Psycho. He's been pulling the championship leader all race. 4th place, well done, Bunnies. 5th place is Matt Psycho. 6th and 7th are Jam and Digital Blasphemy. Let's just pause that. Oh. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. Because it's so tight between all of the finishers. Well, are you not entertained? What a finish to that race. Congratulations, Tiger. Congratulations, Gazman. What a victory for Ferrari. Their 2nd of the season. This is a team that had never won in Formula X before. They have now got 2 victories this season. From the same car as well, because Tiger was stepping in for Supra. Daz was saying he needed one more turbo. That 15 turbo engine, as Matt Psycho calls it, just didn't have enough turbos. So let's go to the end of this race. Let's jump to the end. Let's pause it because then we can talk over everything. So this is going to be a bit long. Apologies, your eyes are going to hurt. Well done, Tiger, says Daz. Gazman has the Tiger emojis. Look at this, we're already on lap 24, flying along in this race. Wolfbane saying he needed 4 more myself. Congratulations, Tiger. Let's get to this end of the race and show you the race results. I was trying to find that pause button and it ran out of time on me. We got into the 7th and 8th. Alpine at one point in this race looked so strong, but those fuel problems, as I say, some interesting graphics came up for the Alpine drivers that said we had 2 laps of fuel left, when in fact there was only about 1. So both drivers fell into the traps. The highlights are being shown, Thingy, yes. Unfortunately, the highlights of Jam, which was an eventful race again, but not the result that was hoped for. So let's get to the end of this race. It's when I get to the end of this race and then I press it too many times, and then we have to do it all again. There we go. Let's stop there. No, I'm not going to do it anymore. I could do it one more time, but let's not. So, here we go. This is the result of the race. Tiger wins for Ferrari. He is the specialist for wins. 0.013. He holds one of the closest finishes in Sunday Night League in the Porsches, and that again is another one. Daz in 2nd for McLaren. 3rd is Cthulhu for Red Bull. Bunnies in 4th for Aston Martin. Matt Psycho in 5th for Williams. He'll be happy with that, I think, given he could have been a lot further down at one point. Jam in 6th for Alpine. 7th for Digital Blasphemy for Mercedes. 8th is Cinemod for Alpine. 9th is Wolfbane. 10th is Jacques Jajar for Williams. And 11th place is GT Racer. The fastest lap was for Daz with a 36.105. Jam's playing track and field, 1 for the oldies. I don't understand that reference, Daz. I'm maybe not that old, which is a rare chance for me to say that. So, please like, share, subscribe. This has been the Sunday Night League. This has been Formula X. This has been Blue Moon Bay Speedway at its glorious best. We are back tomorrow night with the Porsche Cup at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Infield A. Don't forget, we have a 2-hour endurance race with the Infield A, and teammates are encouraged for that event. All the information is on Discord. Everybody's putting me off now with their comments. So button bashing. Awesome race, Matt Psycho, and Thingy got it. Jam's playing track and field. Ah, right, it must be a video game. Button bashing. Okay, I understand now. I am up to speed with all the old people in the comments. There you go, there's the last burn. Anyway, join us again next week for Formula X. We are at Interlagos. The cars are about to change as well, so we're in a token spend section. I will confirm the standings on the Discord, but safe to say there aren't too many surprises. Okay, so good night. God bless. Or whoever blesses you. I don't know why I said God bless. It's probably because we did RE today. Anyway, there we go. See you next week. I'm rambling now. I've got all confused.